problema. Yo siempre digo la verdad, aun cuando miento.
Back with the new video from the beautiful Tucson. I'm in my suite. It's a nice suite. You know, got a living room, so it's sweet. Nice view outside. It's a little dark. You won't be able to see anything, but Tucson, Arizona is a beautiful place. Definitely like the mountains. Reminds me of my hometown in Mexico, Monterrey, Nuevo León. So I love it. I like it. Air is clean, but basically shooting a video from here. Let's talk boxing. Just watched the video. It's March 1st. Just watched the video. Boxing Eagle. Love his videos. He tells pretty much the truth and is unbiased. Obviously, when they talk about your race, it hits a nerve, and you have to defend your race. Just like me, we all, even though we're not racist people, we're not people that discriminate other fighters or whatnot. We do try to help our people as much as we can, and we do try to really we're fans of boxing, and we're fans of our people. So with that being said, Abel Sanchez digs himself into a bigger hole after the whole Canelo turned into a Mayweather comment, and it basically because after that they asked him some questions, and Canelo and Abel Sanchez answered that black fighters don't sell, that their style is to run, and that's why they don't sell, and that's not true. I think black fighters have more tools to be boxers than Mexicans do. We are more of of that style, right? Of the style to come forward and attack, because we were fearless in the way that we don't have another choice. We're most of the time one dimensional, and we come forward and risk it all for money, because of our our heritage, where we come from, how poor we are, and the necessary need to succeed is a demand for us. So we use our attributes, and our attributes are our hardworkiness, our heart, our endurance to endure pain, and African American fighters, they have a natural talent to be able to box. So who am I, and who the fuck is Abel Sanchez to say they cannot use their best attributes, which is their rhythm, their talent, their athleticism. Who am I to say that? They use whatever attribute they need to use to win a fight, and we use our attributes and our power and our good chins and all that to win fights. And stereotyping that does not make it does not make it for everyone, because Errol Spence fights so-called Mexican style. Terry Norris, which he used in an example, used so-called Mexican style. There is no Mexican style. Mexican style can be anything, just like black fighters can be anything. but their attributes, their skill, you know, that stuff is natural to some people and it's not to others. We hate on what's different, and that's sad because Canelo fights in a style that that is not so-called Mexican style. I believe that it's a better style because he's adapting both. He's adapting that soul in African American boxer, and he's adapting that Mexican heart, that Mexican, uh, you know, come forwardness to his game, and he's making two or three different types of styles, you know, to make what Canelo is today, and that's what people hate on. You know, it's stupid for Mexican people to say we have to come forward in every fight. He showed a great example, Boxing Eagle, and like I said, you know, amazing video. I'm barely starting out. That guy's, you know, he has tons and tons of followers, does 5 or 6 videos a day. You know, definitely a full time type of guy. Um, Using the example of Terry Norris, which is what I told y'all in a couple videos back about Mexicans. You know, we want them to get hurt and get knocked down and get back up, and then they end up like Terry Norris or, you know, a bunch of other examples. Muhammad Ali. I can't think of more examples, but tons of examples of people that end up with bad, you know, bad symptoms of memory losses or speech slurring because of that, because they took those hits, those unnecessary hits, and they went forward, and that's all they did, went forward. um, and that right there is, you know, is what I'm trying to say. It's not right. Mayweather always said, I don't want to be 60, 50, 60 years old and you know, talk slow, uh, you know, not make sense of what I'm saying. I want to be able to think after boxing. There's a life after boxing, and that is something that obviously, you know, we don't care about when they're in the ring. That we want the action, but after the ring, it's sad to see. You know, there's, you know, fighters that end up that way and lose their money and, you know, don't have resources to take care of what they lost in the ring. So that being said, Abel Sanchez is an idiot, and, you know, he's a clown. He's speaking for, not for me. He's not speaking for Mexicans. He's speaking for himself. He's speaking as a clown, an idiot for himself. And Canelo called him out on it. I've been telling you this, you know, Triple G is not saying shit. I'm not hating on Triple G. Triple G is a great fighter. I'm hating on what the brand of is, the brand of Triple G. The brand of Triple G is they're selling to Mexicans like he's a Mexican, and he's not a Mexican. He doesn't care for Mexicans. He cares about his Kazakhstan country over there, you know, thousands and thousands of miles away. And you guys are looking at him as your savior in boxing to say, oh yeah, we got Triple G, kind of like Mexicans did when Pacquiao was out. You know, everybody got jumped on the bandwagon or the fan wagon, you know, to go and say Triple, oh yeah, you know, Manny Pacquiao, you know, Manny Pacquiao, and this and that. You know, he's not Mexican either. But you know, everyone could have said, oh yeah, he fights Mexican style, and Pacquiao would have sold more because Mexicans would have jumped on it and said, yeah, he's Mexican. He's not Mexican. He's not. And that's what we got to understand. Now, we can be fans, but you can't brand something it's not. It's like saying this is Coke, and it's not. It's a knockoff. So, you know, think about those different things, and expand what you're trying to say. Also seen a boxing IQ. Um, I would like to answer his video. Um, he's a great guy too. Got into it with him a couple times. It's all good. We both have, different opinions, but he makes great videos. Got to give props to Boxing IQ. He does make great videos. Um, the relay, got into it a couple times. He makes great videos. I saw one on him this morning, and he was talking about here comes the Canelitas back, blah blah blah. The fans that to say, and he showed an example, kind of like what I do, and it was a comment about some guy saying, well, okay, so if he ducked Triple G, then why is he fighting him now? And a certain month later, fighting him again in a rematch. So I guess it wasn't a duck back then, and I agree with the fan. It wasn't a duck to me, but he didn't. But I Boxing IQ or the relay, whatever, he answered with, if it wasn't, then why did he move down to fight Liam Smith and then move back up to fight Chavez Jr.? And he said all these